Good morning, Taipei. It's really amazing because the first thing that happens every morning is the Japanese white-eye will start singing up a really beautiful little petite song right outside of our window, probably enjoying the wonderful green patio that we have out here. And then the roosters will start up, and they've all calmed down by now. It's about 6 in the morning. The roosters start up about 5 o'clock on the dot, which is when the sun really starts coming in. The sun rises and is done being up for the day by 5:20 here in the morning. And then all the other birds start coming out. The doves, all of the bulbuls. It's really amazing to see, especially because we live right next to this beautiful park right down there, and we have a park on the other side, and we're in the middle of the city, and I'm listening to all of these birds. And I'm listening to the city wake up as the sounds of cars and people and all the traffic and the little motor cars and bikes start up. But it's still really, really early in the day. So right now, even here in the heart of all of this concrete, mostly what I hear is bird song. Good morning, bird. You're here early today, huh? You're watching us as we get ready for the day, huh?
Yeah, hang on one.
Breakfast. This is actually frosted flakes and American soy milk. We're pretty excited about that. Then I've got some peach tea, Sims Free Play, and orange juice. And of course, Rowlet. Guys, I just found where Noble Lady likes to spend the day. Again, the cats are on our deck. We just didn't see them because she's up under the window. But I saw her walk down from the trees, climb down from there. Bird is sound asleep in his usual spot. You can just barely see him through the leaves. Jump down, walk across, and I just caught her enough to see that she's come over to take a nap against the cool bricks of our apartment. That is so cool. I'll leave you alone, Noble Lady. She's definitely a lot shyer than the other cats. Lunch! This is the delicious lunch that we just went out to one of the local buffet places to get. There are dozens of different buffet places all over the place. You just go in, you grab yourself a little tray, you dish up your food, and there's signs all over the place where you dish up food saying no talking, because apparently it's like not good to talk while you dish your food up, but then you can sit down and talk just fine. But we got some to go so that I could come back and continue my work on Sims Free Play. Oh no. I mean continue my work on the main channel, which is finally starting to see some videos. Thank freaking goodness. That is going to help my stress levels go down so much if I can get some videos up. But it's just so healthy. It's a whole bunch of steamed vegetables, and I got some mushrooms. These are actually like mushroom wood ears. I love mushrooms so much, so I'm gonna have fun with that. This is tempeh, even though it looks like something else. This is actually tofu, I mean. So this is like marinated and fried up tofu. This is some green beans. This is a really nice soup. It's kind of like a sweet rice and bean pudding soup, and it's supposed to be really good for tender tummies, and my body is still having such a hard time adjusting to being in the big new city in a faraway new place, so hopefully some nice soup will really calm it down. And then of course a little side of rice. But all of this food and then all of the same meal like repeated with the soup, the rice, and a whole plate of things, including a whole section full of cauliflower that the nice little old lady who was checking us out looked at Chips's plate and she was like, needs cauliflower, and just piled cauliflower on his plate. It was amazing. And then she handed it back to him. She was like, you need a balanced meal or something like that. She didn't say anything, just smiled and like piled cauliflower onto his plate and then handed it back to him. But all of this, and then all of Chips's food too, was only $3 USD. That's amazing! That's amazing to me. So it was super cheap, and it's so much amazing, delicious food. So you can definitely eat really, really cheap while you're here in Taiwan. And it's all vegan too. It was specifically a vegetarian buffet, but then you can like figure out pretty easily by looking what's vegan and what's not. And then speaking of vegan, I'm actually making a carrot farm in Sims Free Play. I can't wait to figure out how to record on my little tablet so that I can share my cute little Sims Free Play town that I'm working on with you guys. Okay, this is really hard to explain, but these are some of the sweetest vegetables that I have ever eaten. They're really good. They're very refreshingly sweet. I don't really like sugary sweet things, and the soup is a little bit sugary sweet, but it's still very delicious. But I am amazed because it's so fresh, and you wouldn't think just walking into a buffet, especially a buffet where everything is going to be like less than $1.50 for an entire meal like this, you would kind of be like a little dubious. You would wonder about the quality of the food, but I promise you this is fresh and delicious. I'm eating some of the chard right now. I don't even like chard. And back in the United States, whenever I eat chard, it's always like overcooked and bitter. This is sweet. I have never eaten chard where it's actually very sweet and brings out a lot of natural flavor. That stuns me. And the wood ears, oh my gosh, like normally the wood ears I eat are super chewy. These are so sweet, they kind of melt on your tongue, and they're really, like I said, sweet. So it's not what I expected for vegetables. I guess in the United States you kind of go like, all the vegetables are really over steamed or they're buried under oil. There's like almost no oil used in these. You can hardly taste anything other than the natural flavor of the vegetables, but they aren't overdone. I actually am enjoying this cabbage. I'm very sensitive to cabbage. Usually it can make me pretty sick, which sounds like such an old person thing to say, but it's true. But this cabbage, very, very good, very, very sweet. Natural flavors are just popping out. It's not buried in oil. I'm not brushing away like fake vegan butter from my lips after I eat some of it, and it's just really refreshing because it's not like wham, a wall of vegetables, like when sometimes you eat a salad and you're like, well, that was pretty good, but you feel like you just chewed your way through a hedge garden. It doesn't taste like that at all. It tastes very refreshing because the flavors are fresh, the food is fresh, and it has a natural sweetness that's been brought out in what vegetables could be. And it makes me really happy. Like, I might have a chance to actually go home and learn how to cook and like chard. Wow, that'd be an accomplishment. Noble Lady is actually asleep in the leaves back there. She's right there. And she's sleeping under the big bamboo. So I think she's actually pretty well protected from the rain. So the rain is coming and going, and Noble Lady has scooched behind a flower pot. You can just see the tips of her ears right there. But if we catch her eyesight, like when she glances our way and we glance her way at the same time, she gets very agitated that we know where she is. So we're trying to pretend like we don't know where she is, but we're so enchanted with her, we keep going, is she still there? Is she still there? And like peeking out the window. Look at her little ears. But she really did pick a very good spot to stay out of the rain. I mean, it's got lots and lots of plants. She could technically be under the awning, but she seems pretty happy.